What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to From the Top Rope with Andrew Crawford. I'm Andrew Crawford. Welcome to another video, and this is my 2024 SummerSlam predictions. So I'm very excited because I will be there live in Cleveland. Vlog will be out Monday night. Just vlogging my experience, my good time. Last SummerSlam I went to, I had a blast. So this one looks like it'll be no different. I'm very excited. I love being at live wrestling shows because it's literally anywhere from 10,000 to 50,000 versions of me. Just people that love this stuff and they can't get enough of it, and I love being around it. So I'm very excited. But it also, there's some predictions that need to be made. Who's going to win this match? Who's going to win that match? Is Dominic Mysterio going to stay loyal to Mommy or go to Liv Morgan? We going to find out. Let's get into it. So, starting with the match on this card I care nothing about and don't see why Nia Jax is even challenging for the women's title. Yeah, I'm going Bayley. I think Bayley's run is fairly fresh. I think while Nia winning would kind of keep her in the dominant side, I think Bayley wins, Nia beats her down, Tiffany Stratton cashes in, and it's Tiffy time. Yeah, that's really all I got for that. I don't care about Nia Jax. They have done nothing to make me care. Queen of the Ring. Yay. She's part of the bloodline, technically, a part of that family. Cool, you know who else is? A lot of people. I don't care about Nia Jax. I'm sorry. Her best match ever was her match with Rhea in Australia, and that's because the crowd was so rabid to watch Rhea win. Of course it was going to be good. But I'm not a Nia fan. Never have been. Never will be. Not sorry. But I'm taking Bayley to win. Nia beats her down. Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton will walk out of SummerSlam with the Women's Championship. Next, for the Intercontinental Championship, we are getting the one and only underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, versus Braun Breaker, son of one half of one of the most elite tag teams outside of WWE and even in WWE, Rick Steiner of the Steiner Brothers. His uncle is Scott Steiner. Braun is a very prominent star in his time in the company already. He had a very good reign in NXT, even winning Tag Gold and the NXT title, putting on banger after banger. So at Money in the Bank, I was predicting Braun Breaker to have a SummerSlam 2014 moment where he just crushed Sami, and it was kind of shocking at how bad that he beat Sami. But instead, it was a very competitive match, and Sami won. So I'm thinking 10 years on from when Brock did it to Cena, Braun absolutely obliterates Sami with spears, the weird military press down into the power slam. But I'm thinking to win, he locks in a Steiner recliner and chokes out Sami for his first piece of main roster gold. Braun Breaker will walk out of SummerSlam the WWE Intercontinental Champion. Next, for the United States Championship, we got Logan Paul, the social media megastar, versus the second, maybe first most over man in professional wrestling right now, L.A. Knight. Yeah. Who's winning the U.S. title? It's going to be L.A. Knight. I think Logan Paul has had a very entertaining, with a lack of title defenses, run. He's been very entertaining. All of his matches are always good. He's Logan Paul. He's a freak of nature. I don't get it. I want to hate him, but I can't because he's that good in the ring. But LA Knight is, like I said, if he's not the most over, he's number 2. He is one of the most over wrestlers in the company today, maybe ever. Only 3 people have gotten one single word over, and that was Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. That's some pretty good company to be in, oh my gosh. But I am predicting that your winner and new United States champion will be LA Knight. Yeah. But with that being said, let's continue. The Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Will Liv Morgan make this yet another stop on the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour and beat Rhea Ripley, or will Rhea Ripley get revenge herself for Liv taking her out and trying to take her man? Liv's going to win, and Liv's actually going to win in a very funny way because I think Dominic Mysterio is going to cost Rhea on purpose and side with Liv, and then Liv is going to go back to spoiling bro like with a PS5, and Liv was out here treating Dom like a king when he looks like a street rat. Man, But anyways, I think Liv wins. I think Liv will retain via Dom, and Liv and Dom will get together, and that will lead to Judgment Day siding with Dom and Liv, and Rhea will go on her own and be a mega star babyface, just like she was before, only not being used properly under Vince. This time she will be used just like she was in NXT is my prediction, and it will be glorious to watch. But with that said, I think Liv will retain at SummerSlam. Next, a match that I'm personally very excited for because as many wrestling shows as I've been to, I don't recall seeing CM Punk compete live. So, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre is a match that I've been clamoring for since Punk and Drew started their little beef. And now that Punk is cleared, this is actually the most unpredictable match because I see why you would want Drew to win. He's been screwed over multiple times by CM Punk in hilarious fashion. WrestleMania, Clash at the Castle, Money in the Bank, Punk cost Drew the World Heavyweight Championship not once, not twice, but 3 times. That's crazy, bro. Oh my. But, so you would want Drew getting his win back, it makes sense. But, it would also make sense for Punk to win definitively in the feud so he can move on to bigger and better things. I.e., the World Heavyweight Championship. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. But no, I love Drew. I love Punk. This is a really hard pick for me, but I really think it will be Punk. And I think Seth Rollins will reluctantly count the 3, and he'll just him and Punk will have an intense stare down after the match, but I do think CM Punk will walk out as the winner of this match because it's not for anything. Next, a match that has intrigued me because when Gunther first won King of the Ring, I was like, okay, he's winning at SummerSlam unless he's facing Cody. He's facing Damian. And if you would have asked me the second Damian or the second Gunther won, I would have said, yeah, Gunther's winning. I'm not worried. I can't say that anymore. Damian has been a phenomenal world champion. You could argue that his run has been just as, if not more entertaining than Cody's as champion. And he's not had a bad defense yet. None of his matches for defending the title have been bad. Jay at Backlash was super good. Cody and AJ was better. At Clash at the Castle, him and Drew put on an absolute barn burner. Cody and AJ was not better that night. And then at Money in the Bank, you had him and Seth. The only incident was the kick out incident off the Falcon Arrow, but that's because Drew's music was supposed to hit and it didn't. And then, I think that while Gunther winning would be awesome because it's at a Big Four pay-per-view and it's a crowning achievement for one of the best in-ring workers of my generation, I think Damian winning makes sense so you can build the feud up, and at Bash in Berlin in Germany in August, Gunther can win. And I know it's not exactly Austria, but it is still one of those European countries that, the commentators are going to big up that it's basically home court advantage for Gunther. And I think Gunther winning makes less sense at SummerSlam than it does at the Bash in Berlin. I think Damian walks out world champion still. In what, if I was a betting man, will be the main event, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus the self-proclaimed Tribal Chief. Allow me, if you will, to set the stage. The Bloodline's beating down the ref because they thought the ref counted slow on a count. Cody and Randy, or KO and Randy, written off TV. Cody's staring into the eyes of Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Solo Sikoa. When Jimmy Uso's music hits, he comes out, he's like, points behind him, Jay's music hits, yeet. And then they look at each other, they smile, they're like, hold on, point back, we're gonna get, and Roman Reigns makes his long-awaited return, only this time their faces, and they obliterate the Bloodline. The new Bloodline, 2.0 if you will. And I don't mean like, oh, they land some good shots. I mean they bludgeon them very violently to the point where it is almost a concern of, are we about to get Roman, Jimmy, and Jay back on top of the WWE's landscape for a long time again? I wouldn't be mad if we did, but that question will arise. And then Cody will pin Solo, setting up for what I believe will be a very fun War Games match in November. But yes, my prediction for the SummerSlam main event is not only will Cody retain, but the Bloodline, Roman, Jimmy, and Jay will be like, we've had enough. We ain't gonna let you ruin our family name. And then we're going to get a Bloodline Civil War again, and it's going to be fun, and I'm very excited. And that's the video. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Tell me about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share this with everyone you know, even if they're a wrestling fan. Send it to your aunts, uncles, mom, dad, grandpa, grandma. Send it to your preacher. Send it to your best friend. Send it to your nieces and nephews. Send it to whoever you want to send it to, because I want views. I want my channel to grow. And like I said, stay tuned for the SummerSlam vlog, because it's happening again. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe. And unlike John Cena, I can see you, and I will see you very soon.